Hey guys, Happy New Year! I think a good year's coming. I'm feeling actually pretty good about it. The girls and I drew some cards last night just for fun, and the tarot cards, and I got the Page of Wands, which to me kind of just signifies um, new beginning. You know, with the page, and then the wand is like it has to do with I think manifesting. So manifesting new things. Uh, Stuff to do with your job or your home life or even your spiritual practice, and just continuing with that. But so yeah, it was a really rough year. 2021 was I think if I had to rate it in terms of the hardest years we've had, it's up there in the top two. 2008, 2009 were really hard years for me also, but we weathered it. We weathered the storm, and I feel like we've got some really good stuff in motion right now. It's hard to see that sometimes. It's hard to perceive it. We might think that we're not getting disclosure. We're not getting the truth out there. We're not getting the redemption that we're seeking for what happened with the fake. I can't even say the word, but the stolen thing that happened in 2019. It's pretty sad. The censorship is to where you can't even say words anymore. But again, that's all undermining these dark players, because the truth will rise to the top. The truth will always rise to the top. And truth will always, it's like cream rising to the top. When I make my kefir, the milk solids all rise to the top. It's the good things come to the top, and it can't be stopped at this point. There's just too much momentum, and it has to happen a certain way. And this is where our spiritual practice comes in, because we learn to have temperance, we learn to have persistence, we learn to let go of expectation. A good spiritual practice will help with reducing your anxiety, allow you to be in the moment more. And so anyway, last night was kind of cool. Yesterday was cool. I did an extra meditation. It was a live meditation with Daji. Of course, it's all online, but it's still live. And then I did another one in the evening, so it was kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that, and I totally went out. I was really tired last night, but been fighting allergies and not sleeping good and stuff like that. But I just went out for the meditation. I mean, I was just gone, and not that that's a good thing or anything. I'm not judging. It's just that I needed that rest. And then I slept really good last night. Probably got 8 hours of sleep for the first time in months and months. And so I just want to tell you about an experience. So yesterday I was with my girls, and we went up to get some gas for my car, and then I stopped at Chick-fil-A for the girls. I don't eat Chick-fil-A. I can't eat the seed oils, but everything there is just soaked in seed oil. Most fast food is. But so we were going through the line, and we were just kind of talking, and we had the the new puppy with us and stuff, and we got a new dog, and so it was just kind of nice, spending time with the girls. But we were waiting in line, and my daughter said something 2022. We were talking about the new year, and she said 2022, and I just, right when she said that, almost simultaneously, I looked up, and the license plate number in front of us said 22. And so I told the girls, I go, oh, look, that license plate says 20, the in numbers are 22. And my girl's like, oh, that doesn't mean anything, being all skeptical. And I was like, oh, and I knew it did. And I told him, I said, there are no coincidences. It's a message. It's a sign. And so we got home, and we pulled in the garage, and my odometer read 111. So the universe definitely was telling us, hey, this is significant. And I've been seeing twos. I've been seeing 222 a lot the last last few weeks, actually. And I think it's all just a signaling. It's preparation for everything we've done this last year is preparation for the new year. It doesn't mean anything's going to be easier, but it's kind of like we're laying the foundation. The old, we're still in this deconstruction phase. So the old system has to be dismantled, and what that looks like, we just don't know. When you watch them do these implosions on these buildings that they're taking down, it happens really fast, and you have this big structure, and all of a sudden it's just a pile of rubble. Well, I don't believe that that's the case with the way this transition over to this higher level, this higher energy, this higher frequency. People call it 5D, whatever. At the end of the day, it's just evolution. So you can call it whatever you want, but it's just natural progression. And natural things don't usually take on a lot of dynamism at that moment. Now, if you can do like time-lapse photography and you can look at a flower growing and opening, or any kind of animal or anything growing or developing, and you can speed it up in time, it's very miraculous. You take two single cells and put them together, and they through mitosis and meiosis and all that, it creates this whole entity, a whole independent entity, a human being. But if you look at it, moment by moment, it doesn't seem like anything's really happening, but yet something's happening. It's like exponential growth. It's like exponentially just taking off, and that's what we have happening, I believe, on a spiritual level. Is we've been laying this foundation for a long time. So for maybe hundreds of years, maybe thousands of years, we've been building this new foundation underneath this fake world, this false world, this we could even call it demonic, or we could call it satanic or Luciferian. This false light world has been built on top of that, and this godly transcendent energy is basically empowering another level, and it's going to come up from underneath. It's just like, we're not seeing this things happen as fast as we want, because maybe we've come to some realization about things, and we realize, oh, this isn't the way God intended or whatever. But we have to look at it in terms of development, and everything comes to fruition when the time is right, and not before that. And it's just like it's like if you were trying to force, with the development in a child, and you're trying to force them to walk sooner, or you're trying to force them to potty train or whatever. It doesn't work. There's like a switch goes off. Anybody who's raised kids, that there's like a switch that goes off, and the kids suddenly potty trained. It's like they just decided they're not going to poop in their pants anymore. A switch went off, and some kids it takes forever, and so it's just, but when the time comes, that kid is ready, and that's what we're going through now on a collective. So the collective is, it's in a stage of development that we can't force to a higher stage. It can't be forced. And what we want to, because of our own ego and all that, we want to force things. And when we do that, we just create a lot of stress, because nature doesn't function like that. Nature doesn't force anything. And so what can we do? Basically, in my humble opinion, is we can just remove stress. So remove stress from your life, and from your individual life, remove stress. Now, does that mean you're going to have a stress-free life? No. But how you respond to the stress can change. That's the only thing we can change. We can't say, oh, I'm not going to have stress anymore. It just doesn't work like that. You're going to live in this 3D reality. You're going to have stress. I don't care how enlightened you are. I don't care how much, meditation you do, or how much money you have even. I mean, you're going to have overhead, and these things can cause stress. So, but we can do a practice that reduces stress. Whether it's for me, it's heartfulness meditation. That reduces my stress level a lot. And exercising, keeping our diet so that we are energetic and functional, little things like that. But for me, the biggest thing has been the heartfulness. And the heartfulness is, it's kind of like one of those things where I was just ready for it, I guess, at the time when it came, because I wasn't looking for something else. I thought, I was doing my meditation practice, I was doing my transcendental meditation practice, and I was basically doing everything I do right now, except I was just doing the transcendental meditation. I wasn't doing heartfulness. And I was very unhappy, very stressed. I would have anxiety, where I could feel the anxiety build up in my chest. It felt like a physical thing that would build up, and it was seeking release. Anyone who's experienced stress like that, this anxiety, panic, it leads to almost like a panic attack if you don't cut it off. And I would work out, and I try to do things that alleviate that stress, but it was always there. It was always lingering. And so the heartfulness system has removed that stress, the anxiety. It basically removed the anxiety. It purged it. Now, how did that do it? I don't know. It was a divine gift, but it was time for me, and it was the timing was right, and it was something that was given to me. So I would encourage everyone to just work on what makes you more peaceful this year. Focus on the things that make you more centered and more peaceful, because honestly, we can't control anything else. It just seems like everything is haywire, and again, we're looking for this. We're looking for something to happen that will vindicate us, that'll show the world that, all the terrible things that have been going on, and, all the stuff. And the truth is we just can't, we can't force this hand. It's going to happen. It's natural. We're in a state of, things have been unnaturally detained, restrained, subverted, and those days are over. The days of truth are upon us. We're going to move into truth and light and justice. That's what I see for the future. Now, again, maybe this year will pass and we won't see the big vindication or whatever. It doesn't matter, because it's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. So, but I believe something. I do believe. I still have not given up hope that something is going to happen along the lines of what was stolen from us. So, anyway, I hope you all have a good one. Happy New Year, and take care.